Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. It was suggested that the Lakers make a trade and bring in one of the best defenders in the NBA and a great forward. Trade suggestion: Lakers sign two players at once, Matisse Thybulle and Jeremy Grant. The Los Angeles Lakers managed to come away with just one playoff victory after trading for ex-Dallas Mavericks superstar Luka Doncic prior to the February 6 midseason trade deadline. Los Angeles could have used another athletic wing outside of Rui Hachimura to assist the slow-footed Doncic with his defensive assignments on the perimeter, and it's plausible that the franchise's general manager Rob Pelinka could use the coming offseason as a chance to provide both Doncic and the 40-year-old LeBron James with a few versatile wings. With the trade market set to heat up shortly after the Memphis Grizzlies and Orlando Magic came to an agreement on a deal centered around Desmond Bane on Sunday, Pelinka could figure that it's time to shop the team's rising star Austin Reaves for help around the margins. In fact, the franchise's top brass could entertain the idea of contacting the Portland Trail Blazers to hammer out the details on a monster trade that would see the Lakers net Portland star two-way forward Jeremy Grant and two-time All-Defensive Team selection Matisse Thybulle in exchange for Reaves. In order for a hypothetical deal of this nature to grow any legs, the Lakers would have to pair their 27-year-old guard with Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and Shake Milton to even things out financially. Though he's coming off of a disappointing season, Grant is an exceptional talent at the forward position that could assist James and Doncic on their quest to compete for a title in 2025-26. In 2024-25, the athletic 6'7" wing contributed just 14.4 points and shot 37.3% from the field, but it could be attributed to injury and a general lack of hope for the Trailblazers season. Portland finished with a 36-46 regular season record, and Grant appeared in only 47 contests after dealing with recurring ankle and knee ailments. While his latest campaign was certainly rough, he's still a career 36.4% three-point shooter and has proven to be a solid defender when engaged on that end of the floor, making him a potential target for Los Angeles. As for Thybulle, the former number 20 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft by the Philadelphia 76ers has developed into one of the best pure defenders in the entire NBA, when healthy. Unfortunately, he played just 15 games in 2024-25 prior to suffering a severe ankle sprain. On the bright side, those 15 contests were arguably the best of his career, as he averaged 7.5 points, 2.2 steals, knocked down a blistering 43.8% of his attempts from distance and compiled a sensational 5.1 defensive box plus-minus. Though it might look like an intriguing deal on paper, it's unlikely that the Lakers choose to swap Reaves out to take on Grant's gargantuan 5-year, $160 million contract which runs through 2027-28 if Grant chooses to accept a $36.4 million player option. NBA Insider shuts down potential Lakers trade for Jaren Jackson Jr. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to leave no stone unturned in their attempt to build a contending roster around Luka Doncic. Rob Pelinka will undoubtedly be driven to give the superstar forward a contending-level supporting cast. When Desmond Bane was traded to the Orlando Magic on Sunday, June 15, some Lakers fans likely began dreaming of a potential deal to acquire Jaren Jackson Jr. The Memphis Grizzlies' big man would provide elite-level defense, rebounding and an interior scoring presence. However, in a June 16 episode of ESPN's Get Up, NBA insider Brian Windhorst killed all talk of a potential Jackson to Lakers deal. "No chance," Windhorst said when asked if Jackson could be dealt to the Lakers. "No chance. Absolutely not worth a discussion. Look, I think Jaren Jackson is now in a position to sign a contract extension of over $200 million. I would feel very strongly that's going to happen. Jackson Jr. is a linchpin in the Grizzlies' rotation. It's highly unlikely the front office moves on from him unless they opt to enter a full-scale rebuild. As such, Pelinka's search for a new starting caliber big man will continue. Ideally, he will covet a rim-running big that can provide vertical spacing as a genuine lob threat. Lakers reportedly intrigued by Walker Kessler. Another big man, Pelinka, who could show interest this summer, is Walker Kessler. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, speaking via ESPN Radio 700, the Lakers remain intrigued by the Utah Jazz's shot-blocking center. The only thing on that front is that Walker Kessler remains a name the Lakers are intrigued by, McMenamin said. Whether that will lead to any sort of deal, obviously, last year, the asking price was too steep, and, obviously, the Lakers ended up pivoting those assets that they were considering moving to the Jazz to get Kessler in order to do the Luka trade. That came off the table after the Luka trade. If they do revisit it, that remains a player that the Lakers feel could fill the void that they have at center. I'm not reporting anything's moving towards a deal, or picking up steam or anything like that, but Kessler remains on the Lakers' radar. Kessler averaged 11.1 points and 12.2 rebounds last season. He also finished second in the NBA for blocks per game, sitting directly behind Victor Wembanyama. Lakers would need to be ambitious to land Kessler. In a recent article for Bleacher Report, Grant Hughes cited Kessler as an ambitious trade target for the Lakers. Walker Kessler has ranked in the 95th percentile or better in block rate among big men in each of his first 3 seasons, Hughes wrote. That kind of interior presence would transform a Los Angeles Lakers team that ranked 21st in blocks per 100 possessions and 25th in opponent field goal percentage at the rim last year. Of course, Kessler is another big who doesn't fit the rim runner mold. Pelinka may prefer to add a genuine lob threat to the rotation this summer. If that is the case, neither Jackson Jr. nor Kessler would make sense for the version of the Lakers that Pelinka is attempting to build. LeBron James reveals what Bronny thinks about big career decision. Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, 40, has a big decision to make this offseason about his future with the Lakers. His contract has a player option for the 2025 to 2026 season that will pay him more than $56.2 million, but James has to decide if he wants to pick it up by June 29. After teasing his retirement in an advertisement on social media, the NBA's all-time leading scorer proved that he knows the end of his playing career is near. At this point of my career, you think about when the end is. That's human nature, James told the Associated Press. You think, is it this year? Or next year? Those thoughts always creep into your mind at this point of the journey. But I have not given it a specific timetable, date, he added. I'm seeing how my body and family reacts too. The last part is critical. He revealed in the interview that his wife, Savannah James, and their 3 children, Bronny, Bryce and Juri James are major reasons that he continues to push forward while recovering from a knee injury suffered in the Lakers' playoff series loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. According to the 4-time NBA champion, his children, including Lakers teammate Bronny, are in alignment on what he should do and how they will support their father. They're like, Dad, continue on your dream. This is your dream. Continue on your focus. You've been here for us this whole time, James said. When you have that type of support, it makes it a lot easier. James made no secret of extending his career long enough to play with Bronny, and he added that it would be insane if he can play long enough to see Bryce, an incoming freshman at Arizona this year, make it to the league as well. His middle son would be eligible for the NBA draft in 2026. James played 70 games last season. He put up his lowest scoring average, 24.4, since his rookie season in 2003 to 2004, but still made second-team All-NBA operating next to new Los Angeles co-star Luka Doncic. LeBron James appears to confirm his return, says he's focused on getting knee healthy for training camp. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James hasn't accepted his player option yet, but it certainly sounds like he's going to play in the NBA next season. James gave an update on his knee injury Tuesday, saying he's feeling good and is focused on making sure his knee is right in time for training camp, per the Associated Press. James, 40, is recovering after sustaining an MCL injury during the team's elimination game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. He appeared to injure his left knee after running into Timberwolves guard Donte DiVincenzo. James initially left the contest, but was able to return and play down the stretch. The Lakers lost the game 103-96 and were eliminated from the playoffs. After the loss, James said he wasn't ready to make any decisions about his future. While James hasn't commented on his plans since then, many expect him to opt into his $52.2 million player option and return to the Lakers. James didn't comment on his contract situation, but did make it clear he's hoping to be 100% healthy by training camp, per the Associated Press. "I have a lot of time to take care of my injury, my knee, the rest of my body, and make sure I'm as close to 100% as possible when training camp begins in late September," James told the AP. That does seem to confirm James will return for his 23rd NBA season. Most expected that would be the case, but the injury, combined with James' age, added some murkiness to the situation. James admitted he knows the end of his career is coming soon, saying he's going to wait and see how his body bounces back and how his family feels before determining how long he wants to keep playing. "At this point of my career, you think about when the end is. That's human nature," he said. "You think, is it this year? Or next year? Those thoughts always creep into your mind at this point of the journey. But I have not given it a specific timetable, date. I'm seeing how my body and family reacts too." Despite his age, James didn't show any signs of decline last season. He averaged 24.4 points and 8.2 assists in 70 games. That performance earned James his 21st selection to the NBA All-Star Game. Stephen A. Smith has surprising reaction to Lakers' historic sale. The Los Angeles Lakers are always at the forefront of the basketball world, and that has been no different, especially in the past 24 hours. The Lakers turned heads and then some on Wednesday when they sold the team. The Buss family sold the team to Mark Walter, the chief executive of Guggenheim Partners. The deal came as a shock, and so did the price of the deal. The Lakers were sold for $10 billion, and it is expected to be higher by the time the deal is officially finalized. This deal is a move no one saw coming, yet it is the right move and one some people have been clamoring for. The day has finally arrived, and it is all that anyone can talk about. Among those providing their opinion is ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith. Smith appeared on his show, First Take, and had a surprising reaction to the Lakers' historic sale. If you are a Los Angeles Lakers fan, you know that you are going to have owners that are just as committed as Jeanie was, to making sure this franchise propels forward in a very successful way. This shifts the entire dynamic for the Lakers, and in a majorly positive way. It's not just a game changer for the franchise, but a ripple effect that could reshape the NBA and the broader sports world. When the next marquee franchise hits the market, you can bet owners will look to top what the Lakers just went for, especially if it's a premier team in its league. The Lakers are a global brand, so the price, while hefty, comes as no surprise considering their history and what they mean to the NBA and their fans. Smith is never one to mince words about any topic. As things stand, there is some bad blood between him and Lakers superstar LeBron James. Earlier this week, he admitted that he doesn't like James, and he believes the feelings are mutual in that regard. Nonetheless, this deal is monumental for the Lakers, and no matter what happens this summer, it will likely be overshadowed by the prospect of selling the team. The Lakers have a massive summer ahead of them, and with new ownership, it is expected to be an even more intriguing one. Insider questions whether Lakers' Mark Walter will keep Rob Pelinka, J.J. Redick. The Los Angeles Lakers pulled a shocking move on Wednesday, selling the majority ownership of the team to Mark Walter. Walter, one of the owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers, has been a minority owner of Los Angeles for years, and now will take over for the Buss family. Many around the NBA believe that this is a good move for the Lakers, and it should help the team going forward. But how things will pan out with Walter in control remains a mystery. Dodgers insiders Andy McCullough and Fabian Ardaya broke down what Walter brings to the table, including speculating on the future of general manager Rob Pelinka and head coach J.J. Redick. What does this mean for Rob Pelinka and J.J. Redick? Perhaps nothing. Walter does not conduct himself like George Steinbrenner, firing underlings seemingly at random. He stuck with Friedman and Roberts after the club lost the World Series in 2017 and 2018. Pelinka just signed a new extension, and Redick is only 1 year through a 4-year deal. However, Walter has demonstrated his willingness to part ways with successful employees if he believes there are better choices available. Many fans have wondered what the future holds for Pelinka since the news of the sale dropped on Wednesday. Pelinka was already unpopular with much of the fanbase, and with this new majority ownership coming into power, his future remains up in the air. Pelinka has done some great things for the Lakers, and the team did win a title under his leadership. But his inability to make smaller moves around the margins of the team has held Los Angeles back at different times. Some believe that the Lakers could look to bring in a new front office group filled with some of the best minds around the NBA. With the deep pockets that Walter has, Los Angeles likely wouldn't be outbid for anyone's services anymore. As for Redick, his status could also be up in the air, although fans seem to believe he should stick around. As a rookie head coach, Redick helped guide the Lakers to a 50-32 record, showing massive growth along the way. While the playoffs didn't pan out the way anyone would have liked, Redick still showed major promise for a coach in the NBA. Los Angeles would be wise to keep him around for the long haul, even with this new ownership group. Nobody knows how Walter will handle everything once he fully takes over. Walter has seen a lot of success with the Dodgers, and this new era of Lakers basketball could be very good.